Erikson, Stage 8, Integrity versus Despair, Late Adulthood. What to know? Psychosocial conflict, integrity versus despair, major question, did I live a meaningful life? Basic virtue, wisdom, important event, reflecting back on life. Ego integrity versus despair is the eighth and final stage of Erikson's stage theory of psychosocial development. This stage begins at approximately age 65 and ends at death. Erikson described ego integrity as the acceptance of one's one and only life cycle as something that had to be, and later as a sense of coherence and wholeness. As we grow older, 65 plus years, and become senior citizens, we tend to slow down our productivity and explore life as a retired person. During the integrity versus despair stage, people reflect back on the life they had lived and come away with either a sense of fulfillment from a life well lived or a sense of regret and despair over a life misspent. Erikson believed if we see our lives as unproductive, feel guilt about our past, or feel that we did not accomplish our life goals, we become dissatisfied with life and develop despair, often leading to depression and hopelessness. Success in this stage will lead to the virtue of wisdom. Wisdom enables a person to look back on their life with a sense of closure and completeness and accept that without fear. What are integrity and despair? Integrity refers to a person's ability to look back on their life with a sense of accomplishment and fulfillment. Characteristics of integrity include acceptance, a sense of fullness, lack of regret, feeling at peace, a sense of success, feeling of wisdom, and acceptance. Despair refers to looking back on life with feelings of regret, shame, or disappointment. Characteristics of despair: bitterness, regret, ruminating over mistakes, feeling that life was wasted, feeling unproductive, depression, hopelessness. There are a number of different factors that can influence the integrity versus despair stage of psychosocial development. Some factors that influence the outcome of this stage includes family. Having supportive relationship is an important aspect of the development of integrity and wisdom. Work. People who feel a sense of pride in their work and accomplishments are more likely to experience feelings of fulfillment at this stage of life. Contributions. These who reach this stage feeling that they have made valuable contributions to the world are more likely to achieve a sense of integrity. This often involves contributing to things that will outlast them through their childhood, through their children, friendships, mentorships, work, or community involvement. Benefits of integrity. Ego integrity, successfully resolving the crisis at this stage, leads to the development of what Erikson referred to as ego integrity. Peace and fulfillment. People are able to look back at their life with a sense of contentment and face the end of life with a sense of wisdom and no regrets. Wisdom. Erikson defined this wisdom as an informed and detached concern with life itself, even in the face of death itself. Consequences of despair. Increased depressive symptoms. Feeling of despair at this stage of life can be marked by feelings of low mood, hopelessness, sadness, and feelings of worthlessness, which are also symptoms of depression. Increased regret. People who look back on their life with despair are more likely to ruminate over mistakes and feel regret for the life they have lived. Decreased life satisfaction. When people feel despair at this stage, they are also less likely to feel satisfied with their lives going forward. This can have an effect on their ability to cope with stress and decrease their resilience. How to improve integrity. Start early. Focus on doing things that will support your emotional wellness as you grow older, such as getting involved in your community and strengthening relationships to ensure you have a strong social support network. Seek meaningful relationships. Focus on those relationships and work on making peace with relationships that may not be as strong. reframe your thinking. For example, you might focus on what you learned from those experiences rather than dwelling on what you wish you could do differently. Practice gratitude. Focus on the positive aspects of your life rather than paying excessive attention to the negative. How to decrease despair. Reach out to others. Focus on building social support, like connections to family, friends, participating in community groups or organizations. Focus on the positive. Think about the memories and events that brought you feelings of pride and happiness. Explore new experiences. Seek out activities that bring you pleasure and joy in the here and now. Engage in spiritual practice. Find ways to explore your spirituality, which may help bring feelings of peace and well-being. Get help. If you continue to struggle with feelings of despair, consider talking to your doctor or mental health professionals. According to Erikson's theory, individuals don't experience integrity or despair of all the time. Instead, most healthy individuals experience a balance between each as they begin to make sense of their lives. Wise people are not characterized by a continuous state of ego integrity, but they experience both ego integrity and despair. Thus, late life is characterized by both integrity and despair as alternating states that needs to be balanced.